Greetings, my friends. This is Maerlande, and I have a guest today to continue talking to people from the 2021 tournament finals. Today, my guest is KrisLighthawk.
Yes, glad to be here.
And Kris played Vanheim in the final.
Yes, I did.
So I thought maybe we could start with who did you play in the qualifier round?
I played early as Pangea.
Pangea. Oh,
Pangea,
your well, however you want to pronounce it. Your nemesis in the final.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would have picked Pangea if I had the chance, but I think the second to last to pick a nation.
Right.
It was a bigger bit of a disadvantage.
Well, and as we were getting ready and doing sound checks, you mentioned that you had not played Vanheim before this game, correct?
That's correct. There wasn't really any nation left I had played a lot anyway, and I figured that. I have played Pangea quite a lot and always won with them. So I thought Vanheim was a bit like Pangea, so with the stealthy units and strong cavalry, and so I thought I would try them out.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
I also like to use socks a lot, and knew that Vanheim was good at that. So.
You like doing a lot of thugging. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, Vanheim is sort of a meta version of Thugging Nation, but it's got some significant differences. Your magic is quite different with air and death versus nature and earth. So I've got
and blood magic too is actually the first time I play a blood nation too.
Oh, it is it? Oh, that adds quite a bit of complication to your work. Oh, I gotta be careful. I over peaked a little on the volume, but
I mean, I have sometimes gone into blood in late game with other nations, but the first time I had actually played a nation with good access to blood. I mean, Pangea has access to blood too, but not that easily.
No, it's fairly. It takes a bit of work to get there.
Yeah.
Okay. So looking at right at the beginning here, I think most people are probably familiar with the standard army. You've got Huskarls, seeing the two flavors, and that's kind of your kick. So this turn one, there's not a lot to see. I see that you're doing a probe with your scout, right? Let's just check here.
Yes.
Yeah, and you did not make a profit, it looks like.
No, because I think I decided to make a profit out of one of the commanders. So I have a profit that can sneak around and can move faster.
Yes.
So I'm going to make a profit of this guy.
The Vanhers?
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. And okay, let's take a quick look at your scales. What do we see here? A little bit of turmoil, sloth, cold, some growth, and some luck. Okay, so it's kind of a turmoil luck build.
Yes.
All right.
I like those.
And I don't see a pretender, so I'm guessing you went dormant.
I actually think I'm imprisoned.
Oh, you're imprisoned. Well, you're going to have a heck of a bless when we get to see it. Well, let's open up turn 2, because there wasn't a lot to see here. Now, we can go turn by turn or jump ahead. I don't know if you remember. I have a lot of turns here, so bear with me while I scroll through to open them. And look at that. Profits all over the place except you. Looks like just about... Oh, a messenger from End. Oh, okay. He just said a good luck to everybody.
Yeah.
In your initial battle, you found some wolf tribe. Easy enough. Okay, you're profitizing, and there's an easy one to go try to take with your starting army.
Exactly.
All right.
And it's also a mountain province, and I want more resources as fast as possible.
Yeah, you definitely need some more resources. I could see that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to just quickly jump ahead to turn 3. We can kind of chew our way through these a little bit. Where are we here? Oh, the way this sorts is annoying.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, no, it didn't ask for your password before. Do you want to type type me your password. We don't need to say it here.
Yeah.
I'm just going to pause for a second while we sort that out. Okay, we're back after a brief bit of administration. So you got some luck here. You just got yourself a nice dwarf. That's kind of a sweet result.
Yeah, I was quite lucky with these multi-heroes early in the game, so I got a few of them.
Well, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, they're very good for making cheap items and forging.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, now you've got some fire magic and some earth magic. That'll help a great deal. So here's your profit ready. You're gonna now your first army you're sending out. You're going with 3 vans, which is light, but but you've got your starting army, and it succeeded with no losses. Oh, that was a very light set of independents.
Yeah.
So you're putting the 2 together, and I see you're jumping a province. So you're gonna do sort of a grab the territory you can grab.
Yeah, it's because I know it's a large province, and actually the only really good income province close to me. So I want it before my neighbor go there.
Well, we know this game got aggressive very quickly. I did interviews with Isataris, and he ate people like right in the first 20 turns. He was already eating, killing people off. So it's good to you. I think everybody knew they were going to have to be pretty aggressive. Looks like my volume's just a little bit high. Okay, I'm just going to tweak that a tiny bit, just so I don't clip. Okay. Any more comments on this turn?
No, but the next turn is actually pretty interesting, I think.
Okay, let's jump ahead.
Because I think my neighbor is going for this province too.
Oh, so you get a bump quite early. Oh, look, there you go. And who did you meet up with? Pythium, right off the bat.
Yeah, and he goes first, and that's my luck, because I'm not sure I would have won the bump if he didn't.
Tough to say. The fact that all the Rotarius are gone makes a big difference.
Yeah. Well, at least almost all of them.
I think it'd be kind of fun to just watch this one. So pretty simple formation. Your profits stay back.
And I actually thought maybe I would bump somebody, so I used a tactic where I draw the main army to the one side and then try to get his commanders with my cavalry.
Right, flank rear.
Yeah.
Yeah, and here they come. Oh, and you're bringing your Vanheim is actually joining in the fight. Now let's look at your glass. Oh my, look at that.
It's a lot of stuff.
It is a lot of stuff.
So I actually go high astral, so I have both magic weapons and magic resistance.
Wow.
And the reason for that is I want my pretender to be good in the late game, and the high astral pretender is something you can do a lot of stuff with.
Well, yeah, we just recorded the last 3 turns this week, and we watched some stuff you did with your pretender. That's pretty fun. I don't think they're up yet, so I'm not going to say too much more. But just for anybody watching, if this video goes up before the last 3 turns go up, you do some really fun stuff with your pretender. Right at the end of the game.
I actually do it earlier. I think you just forgot it because I do it against the Astot.
Yes, I do remember that.
I actually try it and it goes wrong because I forgot that you have to. When you boost with a gem, you can't actually boost your second part. So I'm not high enough in death to actually cast the spell that's needed.
Okay. I understand what you're saying.
My pretender actually dies, but he's tri-spawn, and then I do it again in Water Province, and it succeeds there, and then I do it again Pandia later.
And if I remember correctly, it's a Frostfather, right?
Yes.
Yes, and then twice-born. But anyways, let's not... Well, it doesn't matter. People are going to see those videos anytime, so if we throw out spoilers, it's not a huge issue now. But yeah, given that we recorded, I think, 117 episodes of that final, sometimes it's kind of tricky to remember the order in which we saw really fun things. Okay, well, I've got your bless. I took a quick clip here, and I'm going to speed this up. And your flanking works. So there you go. Ooh, some smites, but it didn't work. And then that's the fight. It is over. Oh, but your starting army ran away. Not a huge issue. You just got to go collect them again.
Yeah. Still a bit annoying, but some of them die in the retreat, actually.
Yeah.
So many left.
So you're going to try to take this with just really light forces, but that's pretty light group.
Yeah.
And then, and you've already got another expansion party in that. Okay. Yeah, when I've played with Vans, I usually use 5 to 8. This less is a little risky.
With my bless, I find 5 is enough for most.
5 is probably enough. Yeah.
You just have to adjust for bigger.
I don't play. I don't play the what people call the elf nations or the stealthy cavalry nations very often, so I'm not terribly good at it. All right. Anything else you want to talk about here? Turn 4.
I did a fair bit of testing with this blast before the start. So
well, that's a heavy blast.
Good idea.
Yeah. So you've got a good bit of resistance. You've sort of grabbed a little of everything. Defense skill works exceptionally well.
The 3 defense on top of the already 19 defense means that pretty much nobody can hit them in melee.
Right. You've got the swiftness.
Yeah. The assistance come. One of the defense points come from resistance. The other 2 from water magic.
Right. So this guy, he's sitting there at 24 defense. That's pretty excellent. Okay, I'm going to jump ahead. Just tell me if there's anything in particular you want to cover that.
No.
Do you want to go turn by turn, or should we jump a little farther?
Yeah, I think we should jump to next turn actually, because here expansion go fine, but the next turn I'll run into some problems.
Okay, let's jump straight ahead. Just keep going ahead.
Also, I should say that diplomatically, Pythium asked me to. He wanted. He actually was okay with me getting, I think, both province, or maybe only one of them on the border region. I mean, all 3. Actually, not sure, but he gave me some pretty good terms for a border agreement. But what he didn't do was asking for a nap.
Oh, he didn't. Oh, okay. No. Yeah. See, if I was him, the one I'd be focusing on is this nice farm here.
Yeah. And he. And I think because he has 2 good provinces there, he was okay with me getting the 2 forest provinces above them.
Right.
I think probably was that.
Well, then you got another hero already. I mean, this is only turn 6, and you got 2 heroes. That's pretty sweet. Holy cow.
Yeah.
How's your research doing? Did you take magic scale? You did not, but you didn't take brain. But 2 heroes has helped. So you've gone for construction, and then the classic go for mist form.
Yeah.
So you can make some sorts of sharpness and whatever else you might choose. Once you get, you've got national Earth Gem income, right?
Yeah.
3.
And you see, I have gotten Smiths more. So they are researching right now. So they're actually my research.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, good. Now, have you started making Van Jarls besides, or still, Van Adrots and Van Jarls? No, you're still making Van Herses. Well, you don't have a lot of gold left over with your turmoil scale. That makes sense. So barring a luck event, and then you had a couple of... Oh, you ran up against trolls.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah. And the funny thing is I should easily have won against those trolls, but because they should be able to hit me, but unfortunately a troll get lucky and hit my commander.
I remember watching this, I do remember this when we recorded, but that's 18 months ago with it. Oh, look at that. Whack, he's gone, and they run away.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny? Can we see it here? We should be able to see it here. He was repelled, but then one got through.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a pretty bad luck roll for you. That was just, yeah.
I mean, he also has to get through mirror image.
Right.
And he did, and I mean, that's 1 in 4 chance with the commander.
Yeah, we could spend some time trying to do the probabilities here, but just a quick glance at that. An attack roll of 24, and these trolls have what base attack do they have? I would think 11.
10.
Only 9?
9. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's a good roll. Well, that's unbelievable. Yeah, you could look that up, but that's on the plus 15 chart. So,
yeah.
Okay, well that was just, random numbers just got the best of you. And then what happened over here? Oh my gosh, that's on. Oh, but did you get shot? Because one thing I learned to my detriment is that Vans do not do well if they're shot.
Yeah, the problem is there's a lot of
short
guys,
bows.
Yeah, and they're not half and half. They're about the double number of bows than the melee guys.
Yeah, exactly.
I had tested this, but that was against an equal amount because that was what I could make in the test easily. I had about.
You could just see.
And another big problem is there's 2 mages both casting
Tangovites. Tangovites trash elite cavalry. I've used them, and they trash cavalry thugs.
Yeah.
Getting tangled on a defense-based design is painful. I mean, look at your defense here with
really
tangle.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I see why you lost that one. We don't need to probably analyze it in too much more detail, but that's fun. Now, I have a question. Have you talked with Bandar at this point in time?
I think I have, and made a nap with him actually. I think he was the first person I made a nap with.
Okay, I'm gonna jump ahead then.
What I usually do in games is making a nap with everyone that asks me, and if there's some particularly a guy I don't want to fight because of the nation is a bad matchup, then I ask for a nap. And then when there's only one person left, I go attack him.
Not a bad way to go. I have a tendency to sort of do the same, but I've caught myself once in a while by getting NAPs signed on all sides, and then I'm like, now what? Now I got nowhere to go. It's
then you have to wait for a nap going out, and then the other person is more prepared to fight you and stuff like that. It's not.
Well, you must have agreed to let him have this province because he just took it.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I wasn't. I think it was. Can't remember why I agreed to it, but I did because I actually wanted that too. But I think I got a good deal out of it. I can't remember why.
Let me jump back to the previous turn, but that's a cave I just noticed, and he might have been quite willing to pay to get Zots.
It was,
Because for you don't really need that extra death magic, but for Bandar,
that's probably why I agreed to it. Yeah, because he has no death magic and I have.
Yeah, so that gives him Kamazots, and that's a pretty big deal for Bandar. Yeah, whereas for you, I could see selling that one off. A copper deposit is nice, but not huge. It's not like it's a gold deposit, so I can understand that.
I also think that the agreement was that he should take out the barons, and so I could get that province for free because I have already taken this, so he got it for free.
Yeah. I saw that he didn't even put up 1 PD. Oh, he paid you some gold, so there you go.
Yeah.
You see that right away. And then here, that one was a little expensive. Oh, but it was still 44 of those darn archers.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a
The
pain.
one. Yeah, I lost way too much of the province.
Did you use a screen? It looks like, yeah, you've got a Huscarl screen.
Yeah.
With javelins, and that's a good choice. Oh no, you got a mix there. You got some of the javelins and some of the axes.
I think it's just what's left of my starting army.
Yeah, and it looks like a few of them are crippled and so on and so forth. But at least you had the screen. Yeah. And it still wasn't enough. Or bait squad or screen squad, whatever way you want to call them.
I think the problem is that
they didn't flank.
There's still those.
And then the tangle vines.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna kind of chug through these early turns pretty quickly.
Fine.
Turn 8. Just tell me if there's critical things you want to discuss. Oh yeah, so he's paying you. He's still paying you for that one.
Yeah,
nice.
it's something about because he has to pay the income from that province until I get the other one, because otherwise I would lose that gold.
That's a fair deal. I often will ask for, say, 10 turns of the income, or a price along those range. But you just ask for what you can get. Oh, you got some barbarians to deal with. That should be entertaining.
Yeah, that's why I'm putting in extra.
Oh yeah, you got big stuff. Yeah, bait them off to the side. That makes sense. And then smaller group on the attack rear.
No, I just attack closest with everything.
Oh, they're both on attack closest. I misread.
Because you barbarian chiefs are at the front anyway. So
that's right.
You don't get anything from attack. So you actually want you want your units to form a good line,
right?
So they don't get surrounded, and then the barbarians won't hit them if you or shouldn't hit them. I think this one goes much better than against the trolls. I'm also going for the trolls again. But this time I don't send the commander in first. I just send the units in.
That's what I was thinking. Is against the trolls, that's probably what you need to do. Is keep the commander back a little longer, so you kept him back 3 extra rounds, and that'll make a big difference. All right, and this is just a scout probe. Okay, so you're expanding 2 expansions this turn. So where are you at on the province graph? Pretty solid. Yeah, a little less than probably you'd hope for.
Yeah, it was, but it's speeding up. So I'm.
Oh, and you've met up with the Gartha already. So.
Yeah. And I asked them for an app immediately because I do not want to fight Agatha. Agatha is very good at fighting elves because of the magma children. So your only chance is to rush them very early, and I didn't want to do that.
Okay.
Also, one thing to mention, I made a mistake when I made my pretender. I mistakenly took only 5 resistance instead of 10, and I actually had the point for 10, so I actually lost those points.
Oh, really? So you didn't use them on attack skill or anything? You just forgot to use them?
Oh, yeah. I just picked the wrong thing and didn't notice before the game started.
Ah, bummer. Oh well.
Yeah, that was.
Well, given that you played right to the very end of the game, I don't think it cost you all that much.
It didn't really matter a lot, I think, because I didn't really fight any nation with fire.
Right.
So, but I might have been more willing to fight Agatha had I had more fire resistance.
Yeah, because
but it probably wouldn't have been enough anyway.
Well, Magma Children, I think their attack is 12-point damage.
Yeah, but
then with armor piercing and
if he's smart enough to cast Strength of Giants on them, then it actually goes up to 16.
Oh yeah, I love Magma Children. I've played a lot of Garth in the last few years. I'm very middle and early. I haven't played any late age. I was talking with somebody about it. I don't know. Yeah. To me, late age is the bastard stepchild.
It's not a Garth anymore.
No, it's something else.
I don't like late age. But I also played some early age and middle age. You know, I'm doing that because.
Oh, that's right. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Our other game, Gulliver's Travel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot. Yeah. Which is, oh my God, that's turning into a slog. It's better now. I got back in the groove. Taking a month off or whatever it was, that makes things kind of tough. Took me a while to get back in my groove. That first turn back. And I've had a weird game in that game. I mean, my bless was terrible. Well, it was all but non-existent, really. Okay, so here's turn 9. And let's see. That was nice and clean. You lost your bait squad, but who cares? So, boy, that is really clean. You didn't lose a single Vanheim, so it worked.
Nope.
Worked nicely. Oh, look at that. Yeah, they all bunch up, and then you get a good line. There's a small chance this from flank could get rolled, but nope. Well done. And then, let's see how it happens with the trolls. You do them just fine. Just fine.
Yeah, that's what should have happened in the first.
Yeah, exactly. No, they shouldn't be able to hit you. Oh, this guy did hit once.
Yeah, but it's a shield hit, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So it won't do a lot of damage.
No, that's good. Good. So you got 4, or 2 of them were probes. You had 2 scout probes.
Yeah.
And you're prepping, finding a couple armies to come over here. You're not trying the throne yet. Don't blame you. Springhawks, a hill giant, and the Umu Apkalu. Yeah. Oh, the Anunnaki of the Morning Star. Yeah, that's. I don't remember who gets this, but.
I think it's in the.
I seem to remember that as well. That he gets it.
I think it's actually part of a deal that I'm not going to try to take it, and he he can.
And now you've met Ashdod, and it looks like he's expanding with thugs because there's no troops there, just 2 Kohans. Or he's site searching. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's site searching. I got here first, and we agree that I can take the one I took at the barbarians, and then he get the 191 there. No,
that's one here. Go re-up. Yeah. Or re-update. Okay. All right.
Which of also cuts me off to the throne, but I'm not really. Thrones are not important yet because you can't win this with an early throne rush anyway. So I'm not really.
Oh, you're not going to win this game with a throne rush. No. The big thing with the thrones is, like some of the thrones had wonderful magi, and some of them give you a blessed edition that's really helpful, but it's hard to know what they are. I know some people can tell by the independents which thrones are which. I don't usually know. So have you thought at this point in the game, this is turn 9, who your first war might be, or are you still waiting?
I know it's going to be Python because I've already made naps with the other 3 people. So.
Okay, so there you go. You know you're going to go after.
And I also know that Python has been struggling a bit in his expansion, so.
Oh, you can kind of see that. Yeah. Look at how much Zabalba is pushing on him already.
Yeah, and I also learned about this time in the game that they're actually at war with each other. So okay.
Oh, that was quick.
Why not jump in on that?
Okay, well, let's jump to 10.
Normally, I like to just take out a player by myself, but I know in this game where everybody supposedly is very, very good, I try to be more careful with whom I'm attacking early on. And try to gang up on people actually was something I normally don't do that much because I want to win. I want to do my best to win this in every way, both in my play and in my diplomacy. So,
how long have you been playing Dominions?
I started. I've actually played Dominions single player from Dominions 2, I think.
Oh, really?
Uh,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I'm
And
quite old.
then, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, no,
um,
that's fine. I started playing in 2007.
yeah,
I saw an ad for Dominions 3. I'd never heard of it. And then I saw an ad and read a
yeah,
review and thought, oh, I might really like this.
yeah. I only played a bit of 2, I think, and then quite a bit of 3. But I didn't start playing multiplayer before at the start of. I think a year after Dominion 4 came out, I
It's
started playing multiplayer.
about
So
2014,
yeah,
I believe. I
so I
believe it.
played quite a bit of Dominion 4 multiplayer. And then when 5 came out, I also played it. But I haven't actually played that many multiplayer games because pretty much every game I got into, I mean, I've never actually lost a game early, so all my games take a lot of time.
Oh, I know that's.
So,
I have much
so
the same issue.
yeah,
The earliest game I lost was at turn 40, and then I subbed back in for somebody
yeah,
else. So, yeah. The other thing is how many games at a time you play. I try to limit myself to 2 or 3, but
yeah.
I screwed up this year and I ended up at 1.6, which was awful.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It was,
I've never been in more than. I don't think I've been in more than 3 games, and that's too much. I
yeah.
think 2 it's my limit because
Yeah.
I like to. Otherwise, all my free time goes for playing Dominions. But
Well, and
actually,
they.
when we started this finals, I was without work, so I had
Oh,
plenty of
okay.
time to play that moment. So I could really use a lot of time on my turns.
Well,
For
I have a lot of time because I'm on disability, but even so, what I find with too many games is they blend and they get mixed in your head, and it's hard to keep them straight.
yeah,
And so you do things in one game that are for the other game or whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna look here at some stuff that I see off the bat. You have started thugging, so you're
yeah,
going with not the big sword of sharpness. You're going with the one hand and the main gauche
yeah,
to pump your
yeah,
defense through the roof. Oh,
yeah,
and this guy's got, oh my gosh, he's got
yeah.
lightning reflexes. So you're
These
stacking like crazy.
yeah. yeah, when the bless come on top of this, it's going to be 31
Yeah.
defense.
And then, if I remember correctly, and this is jumping ahead, but I remember, didn't you run quite a few of your light thugs with just a single frost brand
Uh,
later on?
no, I don't think so. I
No,
usually
that I could be mixing that up with
I
the
actually I
centaurs.
usually tend to gear my socks quite a bit. Sometimes it will depend on. I usually select gear for an exact job, and then if I can get them back to a lab and give them other gears for another job. So
Well, I'm
so
100% with you on that one. I always try
yeah.
to gear my thugs for the expected target. The only time that goes wrong is when a different target shows up.
Yeah, yeah, that can be a
But
problem sometimes.
but yeah, I remember from many of the episodes we recorded, Lucid and I, that we saw you with all kinds of different thugs gears. And water is a challenge for you. So
Yeah,
okay, now overview here. You are probing. You've taken that forest. You're going to take this forest. You
yeah,
tidily took this one, and you are just about done with independence.
yeah,
So I'm expecting
yeah.
you're going to war very soon.
Exactly. I actually make an agreement because I want to go to war with Python soon. So I make an agreement with Agatha that I pay him for taking this big province with heavy calf between us.
Okay. Okay. Well,
I,
it's a
I,
nice
I
border for you as well.
yeah. I can't exactly remember what I paid him for it, but I think it's close to Amazon money. Yeah.
Okay. Well, and with your
Yeah,
price,
but
I'm trying to remember.
yeah,
Your smiths are they're a forge bonus of 2 plus the
yeah,
hammer, and you've already got 2 hammers going, and it's only turn 10.
yeah.
It looks like you are not. Oh, you're building a lab here. Are you doing any forts yet? Are you going to fort up adjacent to your capital?
Yeah, but I'm building a lab there because
Let's see the
I think
independence. Oh, there's why.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
witch doctors,
exactly.
right? Yeah.
Yes.
Get you some
To
nature
get
magic.
early, because the witch doctors are the cheapest nature mages you can.
Yeah,
One of the
and
cheaper one you can get, and you only need a lab. You don't need a lab and temple to get them. So
right.
that's
That's
the
a
one
good
I go
option.
for.
Yeah, that's something
And
else. Oh, see, you've got Jaguar priests, but they require a
yeah,
temple.
exactly.
And if you can buy
Also,
a thistle mace.
I also think that there's a good stuff, random stuff. And no, I actually have those. I'm not. It's probably because I don't have any.
The randoms are good, but you got to buy a hell of a
Yeah.
lot of them, and it's going to take
Yeah,
you.
but it's just. I mean, if you get lucky, you want good randoms and not bad randoms.
Right.
I think because I could have gotten for the wolf tribe. No, that's kind of simple. Yeah, that's why. Okay, that's why I go for this one. Yes, because the other ones require temples.
Both take temples, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Woodhenge are more reliable.
Yeah.
And they're stealthy, but they
Yeah.
cost more and everything else involved.
Yeah.
And then Jaguar tribes, well, they've got good randoms.
Yeah, but they require temple too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, you might get that. If it was me, that's not a bad place for fort.
No. I
Okay.
also think I may get a fort there at some point, but maybe not, because.
Well.
No, I don't think so.
The alternate to building forts is take them.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why I'm not getting a fort there, because I'm getting a fort
Perfect.
later.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Oh, you've already done some owl quills. Good. Okay. I'm gonna jump ahead. Good with you.
Yeah.
Well, at your price, owl quills are awesome.
Exactly, because I'm actually got very lucky that one of my starting smiths has air, because that's not a guarantee.
Well, so you haven't had to buy a smith. I mean, that's kind of amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Normally by now, a Vanheim player has had to buy one or two smiths, and then, like, I don't remember, what are your randoms on your smiths? Yeah, you get one of the four, but the ones you want are air and probably fire are the ones you want the most. But you got to buy, and they're a 4-point commander, so
yeah.
You got 3. Looks like this one you bought.
I actually have bought one. I can see this.
Yeah, you did buy one.
I think it was a matter of they're cheaper than Anyals.
Right.
And I needed my money for the Vans.
Yeah, and they don't cost you a holy point, so that's 2 turns worth of not.
Yeah.
That's 2 turns with an extra van each turn. Okay. All right, I'm going to jump ahead.
Also, at this point, I think I stopped recruiting van hearses. I only recruit van jarls from the
van jarls, right? Yeah.
And the reason for that is, I mean, van hearses are great, but they're not really good later in the game. So
no.
I think it's worth to pay the extra for the van jarls and
I
go for them.
I fully agree. To me, van hearses are year 1. That's what I use them for.
Yeah.
And then after that, as soon as I can afford it, I switch to van jarls. If I remember correctly, there's not a lot of reason to go for Vanadrots. Just that you might get the Air 4 and the Air 3 base.
And also, you can get the Blood 2.
Right.
So that's nice.
I think the question for me would be go to Vanadrots once you've got a second fort, so that you can pump up Van Jarls in the first.
You don't need to get them early, and I don't either. Get one early, and then once my economy was really running up there running. Then I started to only get them in the as the only thing in the capital, except for some smiths now
Right.
and then.
So I noticed something interesting. It looks like you bought a ring of water breathing.
Yeah, that's right.
Gonna try to get this pond.
Yeah.
There you go.
I want to send a sock in there to get it.
Okay. And your war has started. Look at this.
Yeah.
5. Oh my God! Look at the size of that blob.
Yeah.
And this. Oh, you've got some Valkyries.
Yes.
Okay.
I like to mix it up because it makes it harder for the enemy to. They have to guard their.
Yeah, you've got to
make it so they can make the strongest front line if they have to guard the mages too.
Yeah, definitely. Throwing in some Valkyries can really mess with somebody's. And so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attacks going this turn.
Yeah.
That one is just a thug on his own. This one is the big army. And he got attacked by knights. I forgot about that. The poor bugger.
Yeah.
What a way to lose a game. I've seen worse.
Yeah.
Do you remember? I think it was in, maybe you wouldn't, but in Dominions 3, the Ancient Presence random event could occur in year 1. And I was in a game where that hit a guy and it killed 90% of his capital population.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they changed that. They changed the event system got reworked, that those absolute game-ending events got banned from being possible in year 1.
Yeah.
They're just, but knights are pretty bad because
they are.
13 knights. That's a tough one.
It's a lot of province defense you lose there.
That and your armies are probably not in position to take them out. So, and if you haven't got a second fort.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually do have a second fort. You can see in the farmland there, where I'm attacking with the Valkyries. So
he has a second fort up. Yeah. But you're going to land on top of it.
It doesn't help him next turn when I'm sitting on it and he starts getting any income.
Yeah. All right. Any more comments on turn 12 here?
No, it's just full attack.
Okay.
The way you do it.
Let's see how this goes. Yeah, the classic elfing. Attack everywhere all at once. Like that movie. Everything everywhere all at once. Which I haven't seen, but... Oh, Bandar paid you some nature gems. Somebody's claimed a throne. That's Pangea. Yeah, the PNS Broadcasting Tower.
Yeah.
Luce and I had a lot of fun with that name. Oh! Alright, maybe we'll kind of glance over this. Oh, look like you... Is this a scout probe? No? Why did I... Oh, no, you just said it. I missed the flag colors there. All of your fights were against Pan or Independence.
I just had a scout there. And of course, this attack was coordinated with the Gibraltar, so...
Oh, you got a fort up. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that's right.
Good. Already got your lab there. Okay. And you're building a temple, and look at that. So, oh my gosh. So you completely annihilated this poor batch of PD. 10 PD. What do we got here? Insignificant PD. Very low PD. Very low PD. And here's Pythium's main army, which looks like it's almost completely Rotarius.
Yeah.
Which, that's fine, but he'll get one fight out of them and then it's over.
Yes.
Yikes.
And I'm going to sit on his capital with everything. I actually expect him to go there to defend it, and has tested that I should win that fight, but I don't think he does.
Yeah, you got a big... Oh, I see. Yeah, look at that. You've blobbed everybody. Not blobbed them, but you brought them all into kind of a tight group. just got a tiny bit of Valkyries on snipe rear.
Yes.
You got 5 Vans going to try to rush around behind. Okay.
Yeah, I
okay.
found that if it was not worth to send all the Valkyries to the rear because they would just get killed. So, but I think better to have most of them helping on the front.
Okay.
Because javelins simply killed them.
Well, I don't think any of these. Oh my, barbarians showed up, but they showed up on your big army. That's
yeah.
Funny.
Yeah, that was
well, my prediction is it's game over for Pythium. Now, of course, we know from having done the tournament that Pythium doesn't live long.
Yeah, he does, because I actually end up agreeing with Chibalva that he gets the cap. I actually think we had already
That's right. That's right. I remember that.
Agreed upon that now, but I just knew that I was the one that could take out Pythium's army, so I went there to also to block his income. And that's actually a trick I used this game. When I cooperated with somebody to take somebody down, I actually let them have the capital, and I was getting a lot of other good provinces.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I know people, especially good people, are very good at defending their capitals, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted to go on to a new target.
Well, Vans are not very efficient siege troops.
Yeah,
and
also that. Yeah.
You haven't bought anything but Vans or Valkyries.
The Valkyries are decent at for sieging.
Yeah, what's their siege power? Well, 2.4. Yeah, it's not bad, but
But they're still expensive.
Yeah, exactly. What do they cost? They cost 45 a pop.
I think the reason why I'm getting more now is actually because I know I have to seize the palisade in the farm land.
Yeah, so why not put your siege power here where you can get through it quickly and get that honking big income? No, that makes perfect sense to me because, at 45 gold for 2.5 siege power, they're not even as good as militia.
No.
Gold-wise. So that is a bit of a challenge. Okay.
But honestly, I hate to make a cheap seed unit that can't fight. So I only do it if I really don't have any other choice, because I don't want to put my money into something that's not good in the fight.
Yeah. I guess for me it depends on stage of the game, and if I need blood patrollers. I mean, if I can combine siege with patrollers and do that cost effectively, I'll do that.
Yeah, that's fine. But I prefer to actually to make my siege chaff or siege units with the gems. Summoning.
Yeah,
rather than buying them.
There's a really good chart. I've got it linked on my Google Sheets that shows siege power per gem. There's another one for patrol power per gem, and those are very worthwhile to have a look at.
Yeah.
Okay.
In this game, I'm going to use Great Eagles a lot because they're good both for patrolling and siege. So.
Well, they are. I believe Great Eagles are the most efficient siege and patrol units in the game. It's just you need to be an air nation or have decent air magic for that. So if you don't have decent air magic, I mean, I've got a Zabalba game, and that's a pain in the butt for Zabalba because you got Air 1 all over the place.
So you got the gems, but you don't got the mates to...
Right. Well, not very many of them unless... Well, I mean, in that game, I bought, I believe, the air helmet I bought from you.
Yeah.
So,
I remember that.
But on the other hand, I can make it.
The only reason I can make that is because of my pretender in that game.
Right. Okay. Any more comments on this turn 12?
Nope.
Oh, that water province looks a little tougher now. It's actually got a Kraken and trolls.
Yeah. The problem is it also got a mage. So when I try to take it, it's not going to go so well as I hoped for.
Yeah, that's going to be a little tougher than. And then, of course, most of the time you end up with poor amphibian. I'll jump ahead. That was 12. Or was that 13? Vandar's paying you more nature jumps. Wow.
Yeah, I can't remember why, what the agreement is there.
Maybe
There's some
were
reason for it.
were you sending him forged goodies in exchange for nature jumps?
Possibly.
Well, okay, he sent you nature gems, but they're gone already.
Yeah.
So where'd they go? Oh, you're forging with them. There you go. That's why.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're probably trading some other gem for nature.
Yeah.
Okay. And was there a big fight? Oh, he got the independence, but no, this we were already here. This is the turn we were already on.
Yeah.
I opened the same turn twice. So now we want to see what happens on Python. He cleared the knights. Now, oh, you must be the forge person for everybody. Look at these gems you're getting from all over the place.
Yeah, I think I do a fair bit of trading.
Yeah. Okay, so it's like a fight here and a fight there. So let's start with the least interesting ones. Let's start with this one. Oh, you just bought very minimal PD and he took it back with a few legionnaires.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Zabalba. Oh, what's Jotunheim? Oh, he got a scope. And he got your scope. Okay. This Sabakamono. They take out some province defense, and here he's using some Zots, taking out a little bit of province defense, and he sent your hearse packing.
Yeah.
But how many? He used 14 Rotarius to do that, and they're out of the game.
Oof, no, they're not, because they
didn't have to fight. They didn't actually have to hit.
They have to I think they have to get damaged or
I think they have to hit something.
Actually. Yeah.
Hit or kill. Oh, maybe it says.
Yeah.
They have been wounded or hit something.
Yeah.
So either one.
Okay, they just have to hit something, they don't have to kill it.
No.
So yeah, they have to afford.
Oh, and they mind burned your poor guy.
Yeah. So
all right, so this is the big fight. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's watch this.
This is actually pretty funny.
That looks like, is that the same formation? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Looks like it's maybe a little farther back.
And you can see I have my commander in the front, and these two are going to actually go up front and do enough fighting.
Okay, yeah, and both are thugged up. This guy's thugged up quite heavily. Yeah. Well, this is the guy with the the lightning reflexes.
Yeah, now he's just
and you protection buffed him and everything. Yeah, he's a bit of a beast for this early in the game. And there they go. Look at that. Whackety whackety whack. And you got in the back already.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Not just your Valkyries, but there's only 2.
Yeah, so it's not really going to work.
No, and you didn't get the communicants, and he's mind burning you a bit, but you're busting through that front line pretty fast. His slingers are already running. That guy's not in a communion. Well, he might. Did he? He doesn't have a communion up. Are they? Oh, they're slaves, but he doesn't have. He didn't get a communion up.
Maybe I've killed the.
Maybe we should watch that
maybe
again.
I killed him so fast though.
Yeah.
No,
he's got like 3 communions. No, there's a master. Okay, so he made 1 master, but only 1.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of surprising. think I would have probably made all 3 masters because communicants are sacrificial. I mean, you don't care if they get killed.
They're kind of expensive, and you can't make that many of them. So.
I suppose. I don't remember what they cost.
Yeah.
But given this is capital defense, I'd kind of be going, I don't care what it costs. I'm going to go all out with everything. But yeah, so he only made 1 master.
Yeah.
And you caught him before he had much in the way of magic. He's got mind burn. It's like the sum total of it. Okay. All right, I'll speed this up. Any other comments on this? I think it's pretty darn straightforward.
Some people think you can't fight Vitarius well because of the nets with the elves, but the thing is with the nets, they actually have to hit them. So if you have very high defense, the nets don't really work because they can't hit.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, thank you. That's an excellent point.
Only if they hit with the net, of course, it's bad, but pretty much don't hit with any of the nets, it's fine.
Oh, you know what? I kind of want to take a look at that. It's something I didn't think of. Glad you brought that up. Okay, let's see this front line hit the Vitarius. Not sure I pronounced that right. There's an extra syllable in there. So this guy, okay, he did get netted.
Okay.
Or did this one? That guy got netted.
Yeah.
Oh, but look how many misses there are.
Yes.
So only 1 in 4. So a 1 in 4 got the net on. And they do kill that one. Right, right.
And the other one got
Here's
surrounded.
another example. Yeah, they miss. Oh, excellent, excellent. Good point. I'm glad you brought that up. That was probably when I get to editing, I'm going to toss in a few little tidbits here that highlight some of these things. When there's really interesting stuff, I should note this is about 57 minutes. So we're coming up on the hour, and I like to stop at about an hour. My audience seems to like that size, and then we can continue in another video.
Okay.
Any final words for this episode?
No, except that I think this is where Python pretty much has lost the game.
Yeah.
I mean, he do fight on for some time, but for his chances of getting a real comeback is pretty much out here.
Well, what has he got left for armies? He's got 9 legionnaires there, 40 troops mixed here, and chances are nothing left inside the capital.
Probably something, I think.
Maybe he has a Titan. If he had a Titan, that might make a difference, but we don't know.
Yeah.
I don't remember if we ever saw his god. I do believe we saw his god. We'll see it next episode, I think.
I mean, he probably recruited a bit this turn, and they would be inside there too.
Right.
Probably some retires, actually.
If he had
but I actually can't remember.
Okay.
He has very good scales. I think he had some gold.
Yeah, these are good scales. Well, thank you very much. There's quite a bit of interest in these videos, and I know that you dropped by the stream on Friday. That was fun. It was weird, but it was fun.
Yeah.
I kind of memed that one.
It was really a coincidence. I was on YouTube, and then hey, they're starting right now. I think have a look.
Well, I didn't put a heads up
or anything. I didn't stay to the end because it became too late for me. So.
Well,
it was midnight when you started. So.
Yeah. But that's a funny blitz group. That's kind of the staff of Lucid Server. It's all the game masters and admin people. So, okay. Thank you very much. And everybody will be coming up with another one of these very soon. So have a great rest of your weekend. Happy Halloween tomorrow. Halloween doesn't affect me much anymore because my kids, they're in college or they live with their mom, and I live in an apartment and kids never come by here. So I used to be a huge Halloween person, but I don't. I don't have much. It doesn't affect me much anymore.
Traditionally, Halloween is not a big thing in Europe, but it has become for some people, but not me. So.
Has it? It's pretty huge here. I mean, when I was a kid, walking the neighborhood and getting candy and wearing your costumes. But see, we're pretty well. I don't know if I'm farther north than you, but I'm fairly far north, so it's dark by 6 p.m. So usually you're doing it in the dark, and there's always a bit of a safety issue.
Yeah.
But it's still a pretty cool time. I used to my last Halloween that was big is I set up a special campfire in my front yard and a cook stove, and I offered hot apple cider to all the parents, and then the candy for the kids. So I had plastic cups and everything, and then for the campfire, I bought the chemicals at the hardware store that make lots of colors, and it turns out you can buy those in the little packets, but it turns out almost all of them are ordinary home chemicals like road salt. Calcium road salt gives blue, and then you can get green from copper sulfate, which you can buy at the agricultural store because it's a treatment for cows. Anyways, bit of an aside there.
Yeah.
Anybody has more interest in that little story, send me a message because I could give you those recipes and where to find that stuff. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.